In today's video, we're going to talk about this TV right here. This is the 43-inch Samsung, and we're going to talk about, is it worth it? That's today's video. Well, hey guys, Juan here. Thanks for stopping by my channel and checking out this video. So today we're going to do a little bit of a review video with this TV here, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on if this TV is worth it. So I've owned this TV for a little bit of time now, and let me tell you, I love it. It's a great little TV, and I'm going to dive into some of the specs on what this TV can do. So this video is going to be split up in a couple different parts. The first part of it is going to be like the review portion of this video, telling you what this TV can do, what kind of apps you can download on it, and some of the details with it. And then at the last part of this video, I'm going to explain if it's worth it, if it's worth the price, because some of these TVs, you know, they can be a good chunk of change. That was my dog barking, interrupting this video. And then there goes my heater going off. Okay, so if you stumbled upon this video, I imagine you're in the market to either buy this, or maybe you purchased it already and you're just looking to get some details on it. So let's go ahead and dive into the review portion of this video to show you a little bit of the specs with this and show you what this thing can do. And then we'll dive into my thoughts of owning it for a little bit of time. Now, the good thing about this is, I don't work for Samsung, I don't work for Best Buy, I don't work for Amazon, I don't work for any of those companies. I'm an actual consumer who bought this TV, and I wanted to give an honest review of what it's been like. These are the kind of videos that I like to watch on YouTube, so I thought I would make one on this TV to maybe help you guys out, and maybe you're in the market to buy one. Alright, so this TV here, I've got it hanging on my wall here. This is a pallet wall that I built, and I've got a Samsung sound bar mounted underneath it, and then I actually just recently put a hole in the wall there to hide the cables behind the wall and underneath there to do a little bit of cable management. I'm real big on that. I don't like to see cords if I can't help it. So I was able to hide all those cables behind this wall. That wasn't a very easy job, but I got it done. I was proud of myself, and it was the first time that I've been able to hide cables like that. But this particular space here is like my office, and this TV here is a perfect size TV for this little space that I have. Now, this is the 43-inch TV. As you can tell, it fits perfectly on this wall as far as sizing goes, on width, end to end. Then with the sound bar to complement the sound on it, because a lot of times these TVs, the sound isn't that great, so sometimes you got to buy sound bars. Now, that's not every TV, and you don't have to get a sound bar. Sometimes they do sound good themselves, and what I've experienced with Samsung is one of the better TVs at having audio built within the TV versus some of these other brands where you almost have to buy a sound bar to supplement the sound. But this TV does well without a sound bar, but I had a sound bar already, so I just went ahead and added it to this little setup. Now, this is the 4K ultra high definition. Now, if you've never really owned a UHD TV before, ultra high definition, you're in for a treat, because the images on it look like they're there. I mean, they're not like blurry, okay? They're really defined. And so whenever you're watching people on the screen, it's like they're right there. So I love living in today's day and age where the clarity of televisions is so much better than what they were just 5 years ago. Now, the great thing about this thing is it is a smart TV, so it has all its smart components built in it. You don't need to buy one of those sticks like a Fire Stick, a Roku stick, or anything like that to stick into TV. It's already all built in there in Samsung's smart interface that's built into a lot of these smart TVs that they're releasing. And I think that's the way of the future anyways. I think the sticks are probably going to go away, and all TVs are probably going to end up going to become smart TVs. So if you're going to buy one, go ahead and just get a smart TV, so that way you're future-proofing yourself and you're setting yourself up for the future pretty much. All right, my furnace finally kicked off, so now I won't hear that sound and you guys can maybe hear me better. Okay, so right now I do have Disney Plus on the screen here. This is been the channel that my family's been watching for a while now, but it does have all the apps on there. So there's a home icon that you hit there, and then the Samsung menu pops up in the bottom and shows you all the different apps that you can get. Now, some of these you have to download. Some of them come pre-installed on the TV already. So you would have to set up a Samsung account in order to get these. Everything's free as far as downloading a Samsung account. Now, getting these apps, some of them you do have to pay for, obviously, like Netflix is on here. I got Disney Plus Prime Video, so if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get the Prime Video for free. We got Hulu, Apple TV, which is a great addition because sometimes Apple doesn't play well with other companies, but they are on the Samsung TV, so I'm really thankful for that. I do have the Spectrum app, and now if you are a Spectrum customer, it's your cable or your local TV. A little caveat with Spectrum is that they signed a deal where they are allowed to be on Samsung TVs. You can download the Spectrum TV app or Roku. Those are the only two that Spectrum works with at this point of time making this video. And then another app I have on there is the Fandango. And then there's a TV Plus app right there. That's one that's installed in the Samsung TV. They have their own like little TV channel there that has other options on there to watch some free TV. So maybe if you don't have the money, you don't want to buy some of these apps, you can still watch TV with that. You just have to have an internet connection. It's got YouTube on there, YouTube TV. So in case you're into that and like watching these kind of videos on your TV, you can do that here also. But it's got the ability to download all your major apps for your streaming television. Now, as far as the clarity of this TV, it is awesome. It is that 4K ultra high definition, so the picture is awesome pretty much on any app that you watch it on, whether it be your Hulu, your Netflix, or your Spectrum TV. You're gonna get a good picture on this. So if you're gonna buy a TV, invest a little bit of money in it and make sure you're buying good quality TV like this one here. Here's a few more features that this thing has when you go into the settings of this TV. It's got the standard picture mode, or you can change that. It's got 4 other ones on there that you can choose from. Like it's got movie mode, it's got dynamic, it's got standard, and it's got natural. I just go with the standard myself. Oh, now I just switched it to natural, but there's not a whole lot of difference to me, so I just kind of go with the standard. I think it just looks good. I do have an audio out optical, so it's hooked up with an audio cable, that one of those optical cables that goes from your sound bar to the TV. But you can change that in the settings here if you had something else that you wanted to power the speakers with instead of just using the internal speakers that are built into this TV. So it gives you the ability to do that. Closed captioning if you want to watch TV with the words on there, which I actually do sometimes because sometimes my kids get a little bit noisy and I want to be able to hear what they're saying, but if I can't hear it, I'll read it. So I do keep that on every once in a while. It's got a sleep timer on there. I do have it off, but that's actually a good feature to have in case you're one that maybe likes to fall asleep to the TV and let it turn off after a little bit of time. So that way it saves a little bit of energy, saves you a little bit of electric on your bill. And then you can connect it to your Wi-Fi network here. So, and the Wi-Fi antenna that's built into this thing is pretty good. So if you are a good distance from your router, it'll pick it up. It does a really good job. Now, unless you got these steel concrete walls or something like that. But this one is a good distance from my home router and it picks it up just fine. I haven't had any lag or any issues with it. So they put a pretty good Wi-Fi antenna inside of this thing. Now, one of the new features that I did discover with this TV today in the process of getting this video started is they have the Roku channel offer on this TV now. So that was something new that hadn't been offered just last week or a couple weeks ago. Roku has their own TV network where you can watch free movies and free television shows on there. And so I was able to download that and add it to the home screen now. All right, so right there, Roku free TV for you. So that's my newest app that I downloaded on here. So it's something new that Samsung has offered. So it's kind of cool because, Roku could possibly be, a competitor to some of these TVs because they offer, their own streaming service. So I like that these companies are starting to play well together and they're offering their content on each other's devices. So yeah, it just makes it good for all of us, the consumer. Now here's another little feature that's cool with this TV. So it does have a gallery icon right there. You can go into your Samsung app, upload images, and then you can use those images to be like the background, this screensaver that comes up on your TV if you don't want to have the default that comes on there. Something that does happen after you haven't had any activity on the TV in a while, it'll go black, but then there will be a Samsung image that kind of bounces around until it falls asleep. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so that was the review portion of this video. Now, my thoughts on if this TV is worth it or not. And my thought is yes. I know you can buy this TV online. I'm going to be having a link in the description down below of where you can get this on Amazon. I'm sure you probably can find it at Best Buy or some of these other stores. But is it worth it? And my answer is yes. This TV has been totally worth it for me. I actually use this thing on a daily basis because it's right here in my office. It's in a space where I am a majority of my time making videos or doing any kind of editing like that. And I will have it playing in the background. I'll have like a movie on Netflix or something like that playing in the background. But whenever I am ready to watch a little TV, I oftentimes will go to this TV here because it is a great TV. The clarity on this thing is awesome. It's not a cheap TV. And then I have a sound bar that is hooked up with it, but this TV has such great sound that you don't really even need a sound bar. And that's one of the great things about Samsung televisions is they do produce a good, high quality, rich sound in their televisions. So if I had to do it over again, yes, I would definitely do it. I would buy this TV again. So is this TV worth it? My answer is yes. So if you're looking to buy this, hopefully this review and my thoughts helped you out in deciding if this is the TV for you or not. If it is, go ahead and throw a thumbs up on this video and then go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I make tech videos all the time and I'd love to have you back on the next one. So until then, be creative.